Hi, friends. Dear Virginia Beach, VB has me confused. I love you guys so much. And as always, thank you for watching. Ooh, we all saw this. We saw this on Facebook recently about people coming for Wavy TV 10 for reporting the news on a public figure. The truth about the news on a public figure. Well vetted. Yet there were certain individuals in outrage. And listen, I'm not trying to judge you guys at all. I understand, but just listen for a second. Let me tell you that person that you're rooting for is no better than you. I promise. Just listen real quick. But the confusion comes to where we have big companies and media outlets reporting ridiculous falsehoods on an international celebrity. Yes, I am talking about Miss Britney Spears and her DUI. Britney Spears got DUI. Did she though? Did she? We're going to talk about that. And I don't understand it. So let's talk about it. You guys, thank you so much for we're not even 2 minutes in, but thank you for still being here and listening to this voice. It has been a day. I am upset. And I have been working all day. I came home and put makeup on because I want to talk to you about it. Okay. So here's the situation. First of all, I am going to link, if you're watching this on Facebook, which if you're watching this, it's probably going to be on Facebook, because I do post these videos on YouTube too, but I do that more as a way so that I can have a way to share them later on Facebook rather than sharing a Facebook link. The thumbnail comes up different, and then it's like a cross-platform thing. It's just a lot easier for me to find that way too. If you've been following me for a while, you already know that most of my comments are off. It's my turn to speak in my life. I'm 41. And I suggest that we should all do this. Do it. Say what you want to say. Turn your comments off. Just do it. Say it. It's okay. You're allowed to. You're a human being. We're all contextually human. You're allowed to say what you want to say. Okay. Where was I? So if you're watching this on Facebook, this video is going to be different because usually when I post these, I will post my link tree at the top or one of the websites that I own, run, created, all of that at the top. This one's going to be different because I'm going to be posting it on my Facebook with a link to a different YouTuber, to a different channel, to a different video, which could get confusing if you see me speaking to you right now, click on the link, and then you see another girl right there. If you're watching this video, please don't take my word for it. I have had this suspicion since this news came out, which is why I haven't really tried to say too much about it. Listen to BJ. Listen to, I don't know which channel does she have it on? I think she has it on That Surprise Witness because she's making a lot of fucking sense, okay? And as someone who has been perpetually set up, what this woman is saying, this is someone who passed the bar exam, who once was a lawyer and literally gave up her license because the industry that she loved and got into for her country and for her fellow human wasn't what she thought it was, and she wanted to keep her integrity. So she said, no, thank you. You can keep your money. I'm going to be a bigger person. And that is a respect that we should all be striving for. And I know I'm kind of that way. It has been a part of my downfall a little bit because I could be making a lot more money. But some things you can't sell. You know, some things don't have price. Can't put price on them. Anywho, the whole reason I'm getting into that is because so the link that you see will be a link to a different YouTube channel. It's not one of my channels if you're watching this on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will leave said link in the description to the video that I just denoted. Okay, thank you. Anyways, all right, let's talk about it. I live in Virginia Beach. Most of my audience is also in Virginia Beach. And there has been just a little humanness here. There's a lot of humanness here because we're all humans. Everyone makes mistakes. But recently, we have had a local radio DJ that was convicted of a DUI. And the news ran a story about it. And it wasn't anything. I mean, if I had written that headline, it would not have been, it would have been very different. Actually, I wrote what I thought it should be. A little longer. They were very nice. They're very nice, very straightforward. Baby TV 10, good for you. You reported the facts on a public figure. It is what it is. That's not a problem. We all make mistakes. We're all human. A lot of people understand that. A lot of people know that. But there does become a problem. We have national, and I'm talking TMZ, I'm talking every YouTuber who is making videos for clickbait. Outlets reporting nothing but hearsay. And especially when it's on someone who's been targeted so hard for so long. And I'm talking about Britney Spears. You've seen in the headlines, Britney Spears DUI, Britney Spears drugs, blah, blah, blah. Britney Spears high-speed chase. Okay, first of all, half of that, not true. The only thing that we know so far that has been reported is that there was a BAC of 0.06. 0.06, okay? Now, in Virginia and as in California, because I looked it up, the legal limit is 0.08. Red flag number one. And also, when she was pulled over, it wasn't because she was stopped by an officer on the California Highway Patrol that saw her driving erratically or anything like that. For all we know, and I'm going to get into this too, whoever called her car in may not have even been on the road. And the reason I think that is because in between the time that the first person called her, and there were more than one, which makes me feel like not only is she being set up, but she's being set up by a group of people, which is almost always how it happens. It has happened to me. Okay? That it was an hour. Okay? It took an hour for the California Highway Patrol to hunt Britney Spears down and find her with a 0.06 BAC, which once again, neither in Virginia or California is illegal to be driving with. That's like if you, even for me, I'm small. I could go out to dinner, have one or maybe two glasses of wine over a couple hours and probably still have a 0.06 BAC, you know? That tells me that whoever called wasn't on the road. I don't know what was said because they have released just the dispatch part. They haven't released the person calling. They've just released what the dispatch was saying. But if you were calling, okay, say you were in your car and you saw someone driving erratically and you said, this person's drunk and we need to get them off the road because we got to protect our community. And you know what? Good for you. Do it. Do that. Because you're correct. We do see something, say something. For sure. We have to look out for each other that way. But if you were on the phone with dispatch, okay? And there was someone in front of you. You could easily be like, no, I just passed this exit. I just passed the whatever, Newtown Road ramp. It wouldn't take over an hour to find that person. See what I'm saying? Because you would be right there with them. You could give them the exact location. That tells me that whoever called on her probably wasn't someone who saw her driving. And California Highway Patrol, so it's on the highway. This is a highway. It's not a residence. We're not in a residential area. It wasn't someone who was sitting on their front porch and saw someone driving erratically and then called the police. No. This is on a highway. On a highway, it shouldn't take an hour for them to get to a drunk driver. But once again, she only had a .06, which in most states everywhere isn't. And she was not pulled over for erratic driving. But just keep that in mind. We are in Virginia and in California, from what we've been told so far. And listen, if it comes out that Britney Spears was driving like a crazy person and was super, super drunk, that's not cool at all. I'm not trying to defend a crime. What I'm saying is that with what we've been shown, how can we 1000% know a crime even took place here? This is someone, and keep in mind, she just sold her catalog for however many millions of dollars. So controlling her would mean controlling her money. We already know that her family has been trying to do that for quite some time. They don't love Britney. They love Britney's money, which is sad. They love what she can do for them, which is sad, and it's not what family is ever supposed to be. Once again, I want you guys to click the link. If you're watching this on Facebook, click the link. I'm not going to post this in hashtags. It's just going to be a link. And it's going to be to the video that BJ made about Britney. Now, here's my confusion. Let's get to the local stuff. We recently had our Wavy TV 10 reporting on a DUI, a convicted DUI, not just hearsay, convicted in the court of law from a radio DJ. And people were upset about it, which I saw so much on Facebook. Like, he does so much for the community. He does so much for the community by being employed. Because you guys know, like, that stuff, the bus and Toys for Tots and all of that, which, by the way, all of that, awesome. Those kids need presidents. Keep doing that. But that's from the radio station, not the person that employed by the radio station. Feel me? He's getting paid for that. That's not doing a whole bunch for the community. And that's just having gainful employment. And good for him. Good for him. He's a very lucky, very privileged person. And I understand why we idolize certain people. Because they make us feel good. And he's on the radio. This person has a lot of exposure. He's made people feel good for years. He has this parade of being this charitable. You know what's charitable? Running a mental health nonprofit for 2 years under your own dime and then getting thrown under the bus and made homeless. That just got personal. Oh, by the way, while being chronically ill, my throat is going again. You guys would be so proud of me. I am on day 9. I quit smoking cigarettes. And I know what you're thinking. Jamie, you're a life coach. You should have quit smoking cigarettes a long time ago. And you know what? You are correct. But if you know anything about my story, you know anything about my lore, anything about being contextually human, you will know that life doesn't always provide us the emotional opportunities to be able to let go of our vices. And it just has come to a point where my throat, my voice is, I can hardly do these videos. Obviously, it's going now. And I will say this, y'all, being mean in the comments about his mugshot picture, talking about, why is he out here looking like one of the founding fathers? First of all, I'm going to defend him in this moment. Some people have a face for radio, and some people, like myself, have a voice for print work. If you don't know what that means, it's a modeling term, and it just means take a picture and shut up. At least he's staying in his lane. I'm out here accosting everyone's ears with this shrillness that is quickly fading while I do everything I can to exist and survive. Anyways. We have to be very careful not to judge so quickly on what we've heard. And I have been this ultimate setup scenario, so I understand this from a different perspective than most. I pray for Britney. And I pray for Shaggy, too. Obviously, there's a problem there. Obviously, I mean, someone who doesn't have a problem does not get a DUI on a Wednesday morning at 9:30 in 3 school zones while trying to impede on a crime scene that has absolutely nothing to do with them. Like, it should be on the news. It should be on stupid news, but yeah, it should be on the news. If you live in Virginia, especially in Virginia Beach, but anywhere in Virginia, you know we have some of the strictest DUI laws in the country. It's 10 days mandatory in jail, your first offense. You're going to lose your license for at least 6 months. You're going to end up paying thousands of dollars of fines. It's going to be very difficult for you to get back to your normal life. We all know this. I am a local. Born and raised, born and bred, Virginia Beach, hello. I know this. We've all heard that saying, come on vacation, leave on probation, and that's exactly why. Like, it's not like this dude went out for a little social time that we all need, ended up having a few too many, didn't realize it, and got pulled over driving home. That's not what happened. School zones, 9:30 in the morning. I live right across the way. There's a reason that I know all of this. Justice for Britney. Shaggy's gonna be all right. Shaggy, you gotta stop getting lost in the sauce, baby. You gotta stop. You're too old for that. No. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I want everyone to stay grateful for all of your blessings, for bringing us peace in every single one of our challenges, for bringing us strength, because we need them both, and that's true. And thank you very much.